first time ever.
Warning act of terror.
We are ready to engage with a two-state solution.
Some of his most senior cabinet members
The drivers of a new economic age.
On a quiet Tuesday afternoon in Doha, Qatar, one of the richest and safest looking cities in the Middle East, the unexpected happened. At around 4 pm in the elite Qatar district, an Israeli airstrike destroyed a compound. Inside that building, Hamas leaders. Now, Israel celebrated the strike. Hamas admitted 5 people died but claimed none were senior leaders. So right now, no one really knows the full truth. But the real question is, why was Hamas even in Qatar in the first place? Let's understand the backstory. Now, Hamas used to run its political headquarters in Syria, but when Syria's civil war broke out, Hamas broke ties with Assad's regime. Now, this group needed a new base, and Qatar opened its doors. For years, many believe even the United States and Israel quietly accepted this. Why? Because Hamas in Qatar meant Hamas away from Iran's influence. Qatar also poured money into Gaza, giving it influence over Hamas decisions. But things changed after October 7 attacks. Hamas ties with Qatar came under a microscope. Now, Qatar became a mediator along with Egypt in peace talks. The United States, however, grew impatient, pushing Qatar to evict Hamas unless it softened its demands. Then by late 2024, Qatar said Hamas leaders had left. But this week, what happened? Those very leaders flew back from Qatar, from Turkey and elsewhere, and the Qatari Prime Minister even urged them accept the United States deal, release hostages, and maybe Israel won't resume the war. Now that's where Israel struck. What's the Israel perspective? Israel says Hamas carried out October 7th. Second, Hamas just claimed responsibility for a deadly bus stop attack in Jerusalem. So for Israel, the strike was punishment, holding Hamas accountable. Second, pressure, force Hamas to accept negotiations on Israel's terms. And third is elimination. Netanyahu even told Gazans, "May peace with us, accept Trump's proposal, but those Hamas leaders must go." Now, what is Qatar's reaction? For Qatar, this was shocking. Remember, Qatar is home to a massive US air base, British and even Turkish troops, even FIFA's World Cup, and now it's only the country in the world to be hit by both Iran and Israel in just 11 weeks. So Qatar called the strike a violation of its sovereignty, a threat to regional security, and a blow to the peace process. It also raised a blunt question: did the US know? Now, what is the America angle? Israel insists we did it alone, but Israeli media first reported that Washington helped coordinate and certainly approved the strike. President Trump, however, said he learned from the Pentagon at the last minute. He tried warning Qatar, but it was too late. And yes, he had just given Hamas a final warning days earlier. So Qatar isn't buying it, they note. The United States defended Qatar from Iran's missile attack in June, but this time it's silence. What is the bigger picture? Now the real problem. Hamas says the strike proves Israel doesn't want peace. Israel says Hamas leaders abroad are blocking peace. Qatar's role as a mediator is always in doubt. So what happens next? Here's the irony. Israel has shown incredible operational power, striking Hamas in Tehran, killing Hezbollah leaders with pagers, and now hitting Doha intelligence. Experts everywhere are stunned. But the question remains, is this strategy working? At what point does the global backlash outweigh the tactical wins? And for Qatar, the strategy of being a hub of everyone, the US, Turkey, Hamas, FIFA, and more, is looking risky. Instead of protection, it must be making Qatar a target. So, my final thought here is, in just 2 months, Qatar has been attacked by Iran and Israel, two enemies who agree on almost nothing except that their rivals sit inside Doha. It's a reminder in today's multipolar world. Playing all sides may backfire. Qatar wanted to be in the Middle East, Switzerland, but now it's caught in the crossfire of bigger powers. And as the dust settles, one question lingers. Will Qatar double down on its mediator role or finally lose sides? That's all from my side in this video. I'll see you in the next video. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.